5 items the government won't tell you to buy before Britain goes dark. Right now in homes all across Britain, a small number of people are spending serious money, not on torches, not on tins of beans, on 5 specific items that most of their neighbours have never even heard of. And they're buying them quietly because they've run the numbers on what a 72-hour or 7-day or 2-week grid down scenario in the UK actually costs you. Not the inconvenience, the real costs. What those items are and why smart Brits are already buying them before the rest of the country even registers the threat. UK blackout survival, and none of it's cheap. Now, the standard device for emergency preparedness in the country is a wide-up radio, a torch from B&Q, and 3 days of water. And look, yes, you have those things, but that device doesn't hold up past 24 hours because after day 1, the food in your fridge is compromised. After 48 hours, your phone is dead and your mobile network is failing. After 72 hours, you've got no way to contact your family, no way to cook, and no way to know what's happening out there. That is not a power cut, that is a disaster preparedness failure. These 5 items are what separates a manageable situation from a catastrophic one. Every single one of them is available in the UK right now, and every single one of them is frankly expensive. That's the point. This list is not for people who want to feel prepared. This is for what the people who actually want to be prepared. Item number 1, the portable power station. Well then guys, item 1 then is our portable power station, and now I know what you're thinking, it's just a big battery, and technically you are right. But that's a bit like calling a lifeboat just a boat. What the EcoFlow DELTA Pro or the Bluetti AC300 actually gives you is a personal, silent, clean microgrid. We're measured in kilowatt hours here, not milliamp hours. We're talking about a unit that runs a small fridge for a full day, that keeps your freezer from spoiling 300 quid's worth of food, that boils a kettle multiple times, and it runs your CPAP machine through the night for someone who medically needs it, that charges every single device in the house silently with no fumes indoors. The price, they start at around £1,500 to £2,000, and yes, they go a lot higher. Now, some of you just switched up, I get that, but stay with me because pair one of these with a 200-watt foldable solar panel and you have turned finite resource into a regenerative one. No petrol runs, no generator rattling in the garden advertising to the street what you've got power, and when no one else does. This is pure stealth power. The EcoFlow models have the edge on raw charging speed. The Bluetti AC300 is outstanding on solar input. Either way, this is the single most impactful purchase you can make for moving from a survival blackout to actually being in control of one. Number 2, and this one surprises most people every time, is a high-end gravity water filter. Now, the Sawyer Mini, the live straw, brilliant for camping and in an emergency, absolutely. But for a family, for long-term power outage, they're inadequate. A family of 4 needs between 12 and 16 litres of clean water every single day just for drinking and cooking. Now, yes, they get you out of a pinch. Yes, if you've got nothing else, they are great. But you cannot boil that much on a camping stove without burning through your fuel in under a week. What you want is a British Berkefeld or a Doulton stainless steel gravity system, and I want to emphasise these are British-made systems. Doulton have been making ceramic filtration since the 1820s. You pour tap water in top, tap water from a water butt, river water, collected rainwater, gravity pulls it through the ceramic candle filters, out the bottom comes clean, chlorine-free water. No power, no pumping, no plumbing. They are top-tier filter candles and they're ultra-acetylene grade. They're certified to remove bacteria, chlorine, sediment and microplastics. A full setup runs between £200 and £400. It's built from stainless steel to last a lifetime and filters rated for thousands of litres. Now, are they the perfect gift for contaminants? No. And if you do your research, you'll see some debate around heavy metals specifically, but for biological threats, which are your primary concern in the short to medium term emergency, this solves your problem. Now, if you're in the process of building a genuine prepping UK setup and you want to go deeper on any of these items, make sure you're subscribed and have that bell hit, because I go way beyond the basics on this channel. No American style bug out content, no AR-15 in the cupboard. This is UK specific, UK relevant, realistic grid down survival for British conditions. Right, let's have a look at item 3, and this is where it starts to get serious. Satellite communicator. Now, the satellite communicator is what most people don't factor into their power outage survival planning. They assume the mobile network stays up, but it doesn't. Mobile towers have backup batteries. Those batteries last hours, not days. Your internet-based landline goes with it. The second the grid is down for more than a day in any significant area, you effectively cut off. The Garmin inReach Mini 2, around £230 to £290 plus a monthly subscription you can pause when you're not actually actively using it, is pocket-sized and rugged. It uses Iridium satellite network. It has global coverage and completely independent of any terrestrial infrastructure. Send and receive messages, get a detailed weather forecast, and this is the one, it has an SOS button. You hit that button and you're through to a 24-hour staffed emergency response centre. They establish your situation via text. They coordinate local emergency services to a precise GPS location. When 999 is jammed, when the mobile network is down, when your family is 50 miles away, has no idea if you're safe or not, this is the lifeline. A WhatsApp message can empty a petrol station in 20 minutes. That's how quickly communication panic spreads. The inReach puts you on a completely different network to all of that. Now, for the price of a couple of months takeaways, you're guaranteeing that you can always call for help and contact your family, no matter what. Item 4 is a wood burning stove with back boiler. And this is the most specifically British item on the entire list. A wood burning stove with a back boiler. Now, here's the problem no one talks about in the UK: prepping conversations. Now, British homes are almost universally heated by gas central heating, and gas central heating requires an electric pump to circulate water around your radiator circuit. No electricity, no heating. In a January blackout, that's not an inconvenience, that's a medical emergency. Hypothermia in the UK kills elderly people every single winter without a grid down scenario. Add one and it becomes significantly worse. A quality British-made wood-burning stove, something like a Clearview or a Hunter installed with a back boiler, gives you heat, it gives you a cooking surface and the ability to push hot water through at least part of your radiator circuit. And it's all entirely off-grid. Installation, flue and unit will run anywhere from £2,000 to £5,000 dependent on your property. It's the most significant upfront cost. It's also the one item on this list that, in a sustained winter blackout, literally keeps your family alive. Item number 5. Home freeze dryer. Right then guys, item 5 is the one I always get the most pushback on when I speak to my friends about. Because when I say home freeze dryer, most people immediately say, that's not prepping, that is a kitchen appliance. And on one level, yes, they're right, but stay with me here. The Harvest Right home freeze dryer and medium unit costs over £3,000, and I know that sounds insane until you understand what it actually does. A freeze dryer removes 99% of the moisture from food, but, and this is the part that changes everything, it doesn't destroy it like dehydrating does. Dehydrating wrecks the texture and strips the nutrition. A freeze dryer uses sublimation. The food goes in, the machine creates a powerful vacuum, the ice converts directly to vapour, and what comes out retains 97% of its original nutritional value. And here's the number that matters. Sealed in a mylar bag with an oxygen absorber, stored cool and dark, that food is shelf stable for up to 25 years. That means your home cooked shepherd's pie, your garden vegetables, your family's favourite meals, they're preserved, they're intact, and they're ready to rehydrate and heat in a decade's time if it ever comes to that. You're no longer dependent on what Tesco decided to stock this week. And you're no longer dependent on things like these. You're no longer vulnerable to supply chain failures, panic buying or government that, as we've documented on this channel, has been quietly running food security exercises and hasn't told the public what they found. The freeze dryer doesn't just extend your food storage, it completely rewrites the rules on it. Now, the reason these 5 items work is because they address the 5 separate failure vectors simultaneously: power, water, communication, heat and food. Each one independently makes your situation survivable together. They move you from surviving a UK blackout to being in genuine control of it, while everyone around you is in pandemonium. None of these items are cheap, I know, but that's the point. These are investments, the kind of investments that the people who've actually looked at the government's own contingency planning, who've read the leaked documents, who understand how short the distance is between a shelf stable and an empty one, those people are already making. I don't have any affiliations with any of the people that I've mentioned today, and they are just ideas for the video that I've brought to you. Now, in a perfectly stable world, Britain's supply infrastructure is absolutely brilliant, but in a world of energy price shocks and extreme weather events and a grid that was never designed for the demands we're putting on it now, that efficiency becomes a terrifying fragility. The lone wolf dies first in the UK scenario, but the family running these 5 systems, they become a resource, they become stability, and that is a completely different position to be in. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and please enjoy the next one on the screen right here, right now. Stay safe.